So let's take a look at the newly released numbers. There are more than 152,000 confirmed cases in the state of Florida since the beginning of testing. That brings the overall positive percent rate to 7.8. More than 14,000 people have had to be hospitalized, and sadly 3,500 people have died. Now, going county by county, more than 10,000 people have tested positive for coronavirus. In Duval County, there are 6,200 confirmed cases with 64 deaths. Again, that is a cumulative number, and the percent positive is around 6%. Let's take a look at two of the other counties kind of near